Good morning, investors. You are now on KleverStock with me, Anunjaria, serving you the latest morning bell updates. Kicking it off with the opening bell updates on our local market. Bursa Malaysia extended its positive momentum on Tuesday, buoyed by broad-based optimism in global markets as investors cheered signs of an imminent end of the prolonged U.S. government shutdown. The benchmark FBM KLCI advanced 4.14 points to 1,631.52 by midday, maintaining its upward trajectory after reaching its highest closing level in over a month on Monday. Investor sentiment was lifted by reports that U.S. President Donald Trump had expressed support for a bipartisan deal with the Democrats to end the 39-day government shutdown, the longest in American history. The development spurred a rally on Wall Street overnight, with the Nasdaq climbing 2.27% and the S&P 500 gaining 1.54%, setting a positive tone for Asian markets. Rakuten Trades in Berhad said the strong buying interest on Bursa Malaysia was also underpinned by the ringgit's continued appreciation against US dollar, which strengthened to 4.16 from 4.20 a week earlier. The research house said in its daily note, in addition, we noticed improved interest in small cap counters. In view of the improving sentiment, we anticipate the index to trend within the 1,625 to 1,635 range today. Malacca Securities in Berhad, meanwhile, said the upbeat momentum from Wall Street was likely to spill over in the local technology sector. We expected the renewed focus on high momentum names such as Kellington, Vitrox and Frontken. It said, noting that the rally in tech shares could sustain near-term gains. The brokerage also highlighted that Mahsing Group's recent land acquisitions in Penang would enhance its project pipeline, benefiting construction players like Intabina and Binastra involved in high-rise developments. It added that dividend payouts from banks and real estate investment trusts, also known as REITs, continue to attract investors seeking stable returns amid improving market conditions. Among notable gainers, Fraser and Neave Holdings (FNN) rose 46 cents to 29 ringgit and 22 cents, while its peer Nestle Malaysia Berhad added 30 cents to 112 ringgit and 30 cents. Petronas Gas increased 28 cents to 18 ringgit and 78 cents. Hong Leong Bank climbed 22 cents to 21 ringgit and 8 cents, and Kuala Lumpur Kepong advanced 18 cents to 21 ringgit and 30 cents. In the technology space, Unisem gained 10 cents to 3 ringgit and 71 cents. VS Tax added 9 cents to 4 ringgit and 30 cents, and Vitrox rose 8 cents to 4 ringgit and 71 cents. Among the most actively traded counters, MMAG Holdings Berhad was unchanged at 9.5 cents. Deccan Exchange Berhad DNX edged up half a cent to 32.5 cents, while Rich Tech Group Berhad also added half a cent to 24.5 cents. Moving on to local currency updates. The ringgit continued its upward momentum this morning, opening higher against US dollar as renewed buying interest in the local note coincided with a softer greenback. At 8:01 a.m., the ringgit strengthened to 4.1540 or 4.1660 against US dollar from Monday's close of 4.1555 or 4.1635, extending its recent gains as investor sentiment improved on optimism over easing U.S. fiscal tensions. Bank Mamalan Malaysia Berhad Chief Economist Dr. Muhammad Afzal Nizam Abdul Rashid said the positive momentum is the local currency is expected to persist throughout the day, with the US dollar ringgit pair likely to hover between 4 ringgit and 15 cents and 4 ringgit and 16 cents. He noted that risk assets such as equities rallied overnight amid growing expectations that the prolonged U.S. government shutdown would soon come to an end. He told this is the longest government shutdown and it is likely to hurt the U.S. economic growth in the final quarter of 2025. Disruption to government services such as delays in flights and statistical data releases could, to some degree, strengthen the case for an interest rate cut in December. Meanwhile, IPPF Isnja Berhad, Director of Investment Strategy and Country Economist Muhammad Siddiq Jantan, said that After 41 days of closure, the U.S. Senate voted 60-40 reopen the government, providing a much-needed boost to market sentiment. At the opening, the ringgit also strengthened against a basket of major currencies. It rose against Japanese yen to 2.6946 or 2.7026, appreciated versus the euro to 4.8004 or 4.8142, and improved against the British pound to 5.4716 or 5.4875. The local note was also stronger across most ASEAN currencies. It climbed against the Singapore dollar to 3.1888 or 3.1982, advanced against the Philippine peso to 7.04 or 7.07, and gained against Thai baht to 12.8360 or 12.8819. The ringgit, however, remained flat against the Indonesian rupiah at 249.4 or 250.2. Continuing with national economic updates. The government will broaden the financing scope of the Countering Anti-Palm Oil Campaign's KPOC program in 2026 to strengthen Malaysia's global palm oil market presence and increase exports to key international destinations, according to the Ministry of Plantation and Commodities (KPK). Deputy Minister Dato' Chan Fung Hin said that part of the expanded allocation will be channeled towards initiatives that improve market access and support Malaysia's participation in major international trade exhibitions such as Gulfood, Food Ingredients Europe (FI Europe), and FI Ingredients India (FI India). He said these efforts are aimed at strengthening Malaysia's visibility on high-impact global platforms and driving stronger export performance. Chan explained that KPOC's main objective is to enhance global perceptions of Malaysia palm oil and ensure that negative campaigns do not undermine the industry competitiveness. He said during the budget 2026 committee level winding up session for the KPK in the Dewan Rakyat, this approach is not just about presenting facts, but also about expanding market access through effective narrative influence, targeting buyers, key stakeholders, and reputable international media channels. He added that next year's focus will shift toward a market access-driven strategy with greater emphasis on direct engagement with buyers and decision makers. This will include trade networking visits that combine awareness building with exports facilitation, ensuring a more integrated approach to promoting Malaysian palm oil abroad. Chen said that while the 2025 campaign centered largely on the public education, the 2026 strategy will leverage partnerships with influential global media outlets to influence perceptions via platforms popular with consumers, industry professionals, and policymakers. Addressing a question from Wong Shu Ki, PH Kluang, regarding the use of lipan harvester by Sarawak Plantation Berhad, Chan said the ministry, through the Malaysian Plantation and Commodities Institute, IMPACT, and in collaboration with Sarawak Plantation, has trained 15 local youths to operate the machine. The initiative, he noted, is part of new efforts to prepare a new generation of skilled workers for the plantation sector, promote technology adoption, and create well-paying, safe employment opportunities. In response to Wan Hassan Muhammad Ramli on the Kanaf sector, Chan reported that as of October 31st, a total of 1,763.36 hectares of land had been cultivated with Kanaf, involving 735 smallholders and 12 entrepreneurs. Of this, 5,808.16 hectares were used for fiber production, with 426 smallholders and 4 entrepreneurs, with 311.50 hectares were planted for seed production, involving 8 entrepreneurs. He added that the Kanaf cultivation for animal feed production covered 643.70 hectares, involving 201 smallholders, reflecting the crop's great potential as part of Malaysia's diversified agro-commodity sector. Moving on to corporate news update. Petroleum Nasional Berhad or Petronas is taking a major step towards strengthening Malaysia's energy and earth science capabilities with the establishment of the Petronas Geoscience Technology Centre or PTGC, a new national hub dedicated to advancing geoscience innovation and excellence. This initiative, spearheaded through the Malaysia Petroleum Management MPM, will be developed in collaboration with Putrajaya Holdings Berhad. Both parties formalized the partnership on October 21st through an agreement signed between MPM and Gilang Cendan Berhad, a subsidiary of Putrajaya Holdings, with the Mineral and Geoscience Department also joining as a key collaborating partner. In a statement, Petronas said that PTGC will play a central role in enhancing Malaysia's capabilities in geoscience through cutting-edge data management, immersive visualization technologies, and collaborative research initiatives. MPM Senior Vice President Dato' Bacho Pidong said the new centre represents Petronas' long-term commitment to innovation, sustainability, and collaboration in the energy and geological science sector. It said it will transform Malaysia's geoscience landscape by integrating advanced data management, immersive visualization, and collaborative research. Bacho added that PTGC will also serve as the custodian of Malaysia's subsurface heritage, safeguarding over a century's worth of valuable exploration data. He emphasized that this vision is further strengthened by PTGC's pivotal role as the center of Malaysia's subsurface heritage, ensuring its enduring value of future generation. The center is expected to be a key driver in developing local expertise, enhancing research and innovation capacity, and positioning Malaysia as a regional leader in geoscience and energy exploration technologies. And finally, wrapping up, we have major corporate developments and deals across Malaysia. HH Healthcare Berhad saw negligible tender acceptances in its India open offers, receiving only 0.0002% Fortis and 0.02% Mala. IHH now holds 31.17% in Fortis and 62.73% in Mala. Ramsul Group Berhad said its indirect unit PT Rider Gate Indonesia has inked a 3-year cooperation agreement with PT Smooth Motor Indonesia and PT Swap Energy Indonesia to launch an integrated EV bike leading ecosystem in Indonesia. SD Qatari Berhad has priced its maiden sustainability-linked sukuk of 2.1 billion ringgit under its 5.6 billion in Islamic notes program, comprising of 10-year and 15-year tranches. Malayan Banking Berhad has facilitated over 15 billion ringgit into the Johor Singapore Special Economic Zone, comprising of 10 billion ringgit in committed financing and up to 5.35 billion in investment interest via LOIS. Sunway REIT booked the third quarter of the financial year 2025 NPI of 180.9 million ringgit on contributions from newly acquired retail industrial assets. Revenue rose 23% year-on-year to 236.4 million ringgit. No distribution was declared. Now that's a wrap for Moneyball updates. With me, I'm Jada from KleverStock. Thank you for choosing us, investors. Stay tuned for the next live coming soon.